Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your November 2024 message of the month. Hi, my name is Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel, medium, and law of attraction expert. So without further ado, let's dive into your message, Capricorn. Okay, so it looks like for the soul level lesson of your month, which just means like the deeper meaning lesson that you're going through, is really it's like don't give up. Don't give up. It's recognizing that whatever you were trying to like manifest or whatever goal you were trying to reach and go towards, it's that you were planting it on like faulty land. You were trying to get it done when you actually weren't ready to fulfill on it. You were, so you're trying to manifest love, yet you probably didn't have enough emotional capacity to actually be there for someone else. So whatever it is that you were trying to manifest, like don't give up. It's just recognizing that you were trying to go for it when you weren't ready for it. So it is kind of like a lesson of timing, of pacing, and also being okay that sometimes it's the journey to get there. So in law of attraction terms, you always have to enter your starting location and your end destination. Many people just enter their end destination, but they don't enter the starting destination. You can Google Maps, you have to put in your starting point and your end point. And so many people, if they're like in California and they want to get to New York, they'll put them both in there and they'll go, oh my God, that's such a long journey. And they give up. And so, and with this being your soul level lesson, it's that you thought you were in like Massachusetts and New York. So you were trying to take those like finishing action steps, the like, I'm going on stage to compete in a bodybuilding event. And so I need to buy my bikini to go on stage and get the lotion for my skin. But yet in reality, you were back at step one and it was more time to like set your consistent, steady workout routine. But because you weren't getting steps where you thought you were like, what the heck? So it's kind of just like recognizing that that's the reason why you had like a stall out in life. And your human level lesson kind of crossing that is like just recognize that your point of focus was on the past and why something didn't work out. And so it looks like there was like kind of a bigger thing that didn't go well for you or that you didn't like. And then from there, you had a lot of mini manifestations that was like, why didn't it work out? Why didn't it work out? I don't get why it ended that way. So like, just say maybe you had like a big old maybe family fight. And you're like, I don't understand why that happened. So then maybe when you would go and manifest like a relationship, it would only last 4 to 6 weeks. And you'd be like, I don't get why it ended. Why didn't he call? Why didn't he put in more effort? Why couldn't we work through that? So it's kind of like just recognizing that long period of time where you just didn't have things working out for you, it's because you had to clean up the vibration of that one bigger event. It does kind of look like you've been doing that recently. So congratulations. Hold on, let me pull some cards to clarify that. Yeah, you have been doing it. And it's recognizing that you're almost at the completion stage of that like cleanup process. So whatever it is you had to learn from there, you're like learning all your lessons and you're like at the finishing ends of learning all those lessons. But just like recognize that it was bigger than you thought it was. It was really about you coming in alignment with you to find your own peace and happiness instead of going for the peace and happiness that like, all your parents taught you growing up or like your caregivers or your teachers. So a lot of that, even though it was like, whoa, what was all that for? Spiritual people like to call it like a dark night of the soul. It was like for you to recognize that it is about, I enjoy this. So it's like, if you're stuck in like nihilism, what's the purpose of life? Why do I need to do that? It's because I enjoy it. I enjoy it. After you get to nihilism in terms of like depthness of life, the next level is positive nihilism, optimistic nihilism. It's where you recognize like, oh, there kind of is no purpose to life other than to experience life. So since that's it, here's what I want to experience next. It's where you just kind of let go and recognize like, oh, the only meaning of life is my deliberate focus on what I experience next. And like, that's what a lot of your transformation was about. It was about you recognizing that you are a deliberate co-creator of your life. And it's, since there is no meaning, like overarching guiding meaning, it is just the purpose of me being in a physical body creating, here's what I want to experience next. And a lot of that comes down to you being able to admit, I enjoy it. I make these tarot card videos because I enjoy doing it. I personally enjoy epiphanies and I love having a rich inner emotional depth to a life. And I love hearing spirit guides telling me about like life and things from their point of view. So I've decided to share it with people. But I do it because I enjoy it. So you've tapped into that. Okay, so it kind of looks like in terms of how that's impacting you in your day-to-day life, it kind of looks like you're really Capricorn wanting to line up to make sure that anything you start, that it is like a passion project. It is something that you genuinely like to do and want to do. So it's, people sometimes will look back at like their youth and go, oh, I had all that youthful optimism. I wish I did all this other stuff when I was younger, when I had that get up and go energy. But it's Capricorn, it's recognizing that like back then you'd just be like, oh, cool, that's what we have to do for success. Awesome, let's go. And then sometimes what happens is like you don't get the success, or it takes longer than you thought, or when you get the success, you go, oh, that was it. Or you could also look back and go, that wasn't worth it. So now you're not just going to exude your energy towards like just anything. So you're lining up with like doing projects that fulfill you, that you enjoy doing. You're like, no, no, no. If I'm going to do it, I have to enjoy the journey to get there. And I want it to be something that when I look back, I go, that was worth it. So the best advice I could give you for that, Capricorns, would be to like start out. I don't want to say slow because you don't have to move slow, but don't jump into the ocean. It's okay. I think I want to do this next. So what's a small way I could test this out? Like back when I was in college, everyone thought they were going to be a doctor or a lawyer, right? I didn't just jump into medical school. I started taking some of the prerequisites. I started volunteering at hospitals. I think I did a CNA course, which is just like a certified nurse assistant. So that way I could get like my foot in the door at hospitals and working there. And then I would, like the rare opportunity that you saw doctors would be like, hey, can I ask you some questions? And most of them, when they listened to me, they just said, honey, I don't think medicine is for you, especially not being a doctor. Like it is not what you think it's going to be. In hindsight, when I got older and, then I met doctors in like a friend setting, I was like, oh, wow, those doctors were spot on. That was not for me at all. So do you see how I think I want to do this? Let me scope it out and see how I feel doing it. They always recommended I go the nursing route. So that's why I did like the CNA. And then I realized, just medical care is not for me at all. So it's kind of recognizing that it's more about, I think I want to do this, try it out, see how you feel. If you like it, say, okay, universe, I like this, give me more. What's my next step? If you don't like it, then you've at least only invested a little bit of your resources, whether it's time, money, energy. So it's kind of like you are recognizing that balance between, I'm ready to create something. I'm going to make sure I like it. Once I like it, then I'm going to go for it. And instead of going from like 0 to 10, you're going to go for, what does this look like at a 2 level, at a 3 level, at a 4 level, at a 7 level? You know what? I think I want a 5 level. So you're really learning like where to invest your time, your energy, and your money, Capricorn. So it looks like in the recent past, the recent past was just like, honestly, like you kind of on your ass going, what's the meaning of life? What am I going to do? Why is this not working? And you were like thoroughly enjoying responsibility-free time and doing that like inner work. There was a part of you that got tired of doing the inner work and you're like, wait, this is a bunch of pain. And wait, this inner work is not getting me the tangible results in the real world. Like if I clean up an inner child, I do kind of expect some results. And it looks like you weren't getting those results. Yeah. So it's just, you hit a point of being tired of thinking there's like no point to life. And it's not like there's no point to life. It's just, since there's no meaning to life, that's how I should word it. Since there's no meaning to life, what's the point of me starting something new? So you're like leaving that. And it looks like in the now moment. Oh, in the now moment, you're doing better, Capricorn. You got the 9 of trees, which is where you're like, wait, the point of life is to enjoy. So I want to start creating things that I enjoy. And it looks like going into the future. You know what? Let me read the little. That's interesting. I just got this new deck and I love it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like going into the near future, you like don't want to be left out or left behind. It looks like you're really going to about like just really, really prioritize partnerships, relationships, and it looked like community. So it's friendship and romantic. Um, and it just looks like you're really going to put an emphasis on relationships that you think can go the distance. It's no longer the fun, the glitz, the glamour, the person who looks cool, the popular kid. You're like, no, who are the people that like feed my soul and that me just being in their presence feeds their soul too? You're just going to really put a big emphasis on that. Let me pull some clarifying cards for that one. Yeah, and it looks like you kind of stepped into your own and just like really owned who you are and what it is you like doing and how you chose to live life and how you like to live life. So you've definitely taken charge in your life and it's like, nope, this is the way I want to make my money. Nope, this is the type of relationship that I want. So it's like that level of like, nope, this is how I like to live life and I'm okay with it. Um, so just know that it's like gonna get easier and smoother because you just have that utter self acceptance. And so meeting people, friends, light acquaintances, lovers, it's going to smooth out for you and just become a whole lot easier because the people are going to actually be able to like see you. And the people are going to like see who you are and know if they want to be part of it or not. Whereas before, it kind of looks like you were just like a nebulous mist that a lot of different people could kind of fit in on the outskirts of your life, but not in an up close personal type of a way. In terms of your personal power this month, your personal power this month, Capricorn, is to like fully wind down the previous chapter of your life. And what that means, it's like just like acknowledge that it's over, accept that it's over. You guys can look up, you can Google like the grief process. And I know that there's different schools of psychology that say that they think there's a different way to process grief than that. I've personally found in my personal experience and with, my thousands of clients, when I just follow the like 5 stages of grief, it's a very good general outline to get people to the other side, which is like feeling vibrant again in life and alive again and co-creating again, which just means if you're spiritual, co-creating with the universe means you're just, I want to do this. I want to do this. You're like excited about creating life. If you're not into the spiritual thing, it's just, you're moving forward again in life and like reinventing yourself. And here's the next project I want to work on. So you're just like living life again enthusiastically. So it looks like your personal power is just to like hit that acceptance stage of grief. Like, I accept that that relationship is over. I accept that there's nothing I could do differently to change that situation. I accept that I will never be able to look at that situation positively. Whew. It could literally be that. It could be, I accept that I'm never going to be able to look at my so-and-so family member positively over that situation again. Because what happens there is that will like shut the door on that relationship. And then it's up to you if you want to form a new one with whoever it was again or not. Or it might even be you starting over like a new business, but you like shut the door on the previous way you did your business or on that previous relationship. And then it's, okay, I'm forming a new relationship with this person. You may, from information from that previous relationship, you might not trust them with your bank account. You may not trust them with keys to your house. It's a new relationship. So like, it's going to give you that like fresh, opulent eyes to view life again. Like, okay, I'm creating it. And I can tell you guys, for this to come up, especially in your personal power of the month, it means that whatever that relationship was, or again, it could be a relationship or a work, whatever it was that you were having a hard time just like, going through the grief process and accepting that it's over, it can indicate that there's a need that relationship met that you don't think could possibly ever be met by anyone else. So literally all you need to do is become aware of what that need is and go, okay, universe, how else can I get it met? Like, I guess one quick personal example, when my grandpa died, I was like, well, now who's going to give me good financial advice and tips and, tell me how to invest in the stock market? But I want it to be like a grandpa overlooking his granddaughter, because there's a difference when it's like a paid mentor versus when it's like, a healthy older adult going, no, 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 don't do that. Here's why. They're like overlooking your shoulder. I wanted that. And then like, I've been bumping into people where it's like, okay, when I'm ready to invest, they will look over my shoulder like a loving grandfather who wants nothing but the best for his granddaughter. Um, so that's why it's just recognizing that that need is going to be met by like a new person in your life. And it's very likely going to be a relationship that you have to develop, right? When I did meet someone, it was an older gentleman and he was, yeah, I could help you with that. Like, yeah, I like teaching people about the stock market. Home Depot every year, you could always make 5% this month. And I was like, okay, wow, this is actually like serious. But he wanted something in exchange. He was like, yeah, I just moved back here. I had heart surgery. I am trying to, build friends and community. I grew up here, but I moved away for 30 years. And it looks like you run a YouTube channel. I'd love to learn about that. So you just have to recognize that it's new, deep relationships that you're going to build, whether it's like rebuilding community and a family feeling, or if it's like your work related, right? Because if it's clients and you have to build a new relationship with those clients, you can't rest on the laurels of your previous success and momentum that you had. You have to recognize that, nope, I'm getting my testimonials again. It is a restart. And it's just, you have to accept that it's over. You have to accept that it's over. They're not coming back the way you need them to. Okay. So in terms of outside influences around you, well, outside influences around you really want you to thrive. And believe it or not, whoever you had a rift with in the past, they want you to thrive too. A lot of people around you right now are like secretly or energetically rooting for you, Capricorn. They just really want you to thrive and to feel good. And it's kind of like a lot of people around you are okay with you putting yourself first. Okay, this is the hopes or fears card. Let me peek at Ooh, how interesting. Oh, this is like the take a break, rest, and restore card. So in your hopes or fears, it's like there's a hope that this new chapter you're starting will feel replenishing, recharging. There's also a fear that like maybe I haven't gotten enough recharge from this break I took to move forward powerfully. So what's some advice cards on that one, Spirit? Wow, like a bunch of major arcana cards. Well, it's recognizing that you have a lot more peace in your life right now, and that essentially came from because you have so much self-acceptance now, Capricorn, for yourself, who you are, how you like to live life. You're like, nope, I'm at peace with the lifestyle I've chosen. Don't need your advice or tips. Thank you so much, though. So it's recognizing a lot of your peace moving forward is going to come from your self-acceptance. And it's recognizing, Capricorn, that like when you do let love in, that's going to be such a huge source of recharge for you for whatever it is this project you're trying to do. So like you're just not aware right now of like when you're getting that everyday hug from someone, that everyday kiss on your cheek, that everyday did you sleep good, did you enjoy breakfast, how did your client calls go, how was your work day? You're unaware of like what a recharge and what a source of energy that's going to be for you, which is really going to give you the energy to like cross you through the finish line to your project, to like whatever it is that you're doing. It's going to like, relationships aren't going to take from you. They're going to fully charge you. And it's really going to propel you forward to go from your starting point to your end destination really, really well. Okay, in terms of your outcome for this month, how interesting. You got the 3 of Trees, which is like how do I say that? It's going to get easier. It's going to get easier, Capricorn. It's going to get, your outcome for the month is that it's like you're going to sink into, maybe it's like your routine. You're going to sink into, this is the way I like to live life, and this is the success I want to move towards. So it's like you're going to feel like you're on your path towards the end of this month. So you're going to feel like secure. This is me. I love myself. I'm lovable. I self-accept myself. I call in my lover, and this is the path I want to go on. This is what I'm working towards. Is that something you want to join me on? World, audience, clients, employers, lover. So you're gonna feel like nestled secure on your life path at the end of this month. Okay, so it kind of sounds like it's gonna be a little bit of a, I don't want to say slow, but it's going to be just like a mellow, gentle pace unfoldment of you self accepting yourself, recognizing that you're lovable, and feeling secure and confident on your life path. So, good job, Capricorns. I'm proud of you for that one. Good job. You've been doing a really good job for whatever it is you've been doing for your inner work. And if you guys would like a personal read, Capricorn, I am like 99% positive the link for that is in the description of the video. And I also want to remind everyone, I go live for free every day, Monday through Friday, every weekday. I go live for free 11 a.m. with free mini reads for people. So come hang out, come join me 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Lots of luck. Bye, guys.